Shalom. I was motivated to make this video after receiving many questions from fathers who watched my previous video on me sharing how I didn't lose my patience or temper when my son made a mistake of putting my truck into park before it had come to a complete stop. So the fathers had messaged me after seeing the video, especially on Instagram, if I could explain to them what I do to remain calm in those type of moments. So I thought it'd be good to share this video. And you'll see throughout the video, I'm very observant of what my son is doing, but I'm not going ahead of him, making a mistake. And it's different when you're driving a vehicle because that one mistake could literally cause an accident or cost you your life. So I get the anxiety, but us being still, especially the fathers, we literally can set the tone for every moment. But us being still in an anxious moment where our children may be scared of driving or a little nervous could make them calm. And it's very important to me as a father that I practice what I teach. And that is to rule my emotions instead of being mastered by them, so that I could be the man the moment demands. Try to watch this curb and stay in your lane when you turn up. First time doing with the bus. And hopefully the bus won't. And you got a garbage truck, so let's go on down. We're gonna make a left here at this side street, because if not, we're gonna be held up. Make a left here. Make sure you turn in your lane. See how you're over in their lane?
Yeah, but if I turn in my lane, wouldn't I hit the garbage can?
But what if a car was there?
You're right.
So when you're on the freeway, especially during rush hour, always keep your eyes ahead. So you should be slowing down. Yep. You always want to keep at least two cars between you. Yeah. So of course, look at the car in front of you. But if you start seeing a lot of red lights, a lot of people braking up in front of that car, you should be starting to slow down as well. You have your blinker on though. Your blinker should be on. You gotta wait. Good. Let me ask you a question, since I'm filming this for the father who asked me how do I stay calm when his son driving. What makes it worse for a new driver? What type of reactions from a parent that makes driving difficult for you? Or you think any teenager?
For me, what parents do to make driving difficult is when they call out moves before it happens, turn your blinker on or turn it right, and they know and the driver knows to turn a light. It's that type of stuff that irritates the driver and makes them overthink, because the parents are not letting them drive. So it clouds them with so many other thoughts while they already are thinking and trying to focus on the road, but they have someone else in their ear about stuff. So if I was a parent, I would let stuff play out and then teach them from there, so they can learn and see what they did, so they can learn from their own mistakes.
Except in scenarios like this rush hour,
yeah,
we can't let stuff play out too much if we be calling the police for roadside assistance. But yeah, I feel what you mean. Mom does that, doesn't she? Yeah. Look out, Jake, make it right. Now look, you got this exit in 2 miles. It's in 2 miles, you gotta be ready to get over. Yeah. So now this is our exit, so that's what I said, you gotta remember the route. So now get over now, this car's giving you room to get over. Yeah, stay in this one. Yeah. Keep your blinker on, you gotta get over one more. Wait for these cars. So that's why it's important to remember your route. Yeah, go ahead, yeah. that's why it's important to remember your routes,
Right.
so you don't repeat the same things, in the morning. Like if there's a road blockage, coming up the off ramp, to stay in the right lane instead of the left,
Yeah.
without being surprised every morning. What would you say would be a good help to new drivers? Like how should parents, be of an encouragement and keep the mood in the car calm without creating like anxiety? Like what would be helpful, you believe?
Always good criticism, like constructive criticism is important. Sometimes it's like hard for students to take constructive criticism, because for me, like whenever I hear something like that, in my mind I go to straight like I'm such a bad driver, or like I'm not doing my job right. But like you gotta take it in a good way. So whether that is, okay, Jason, you made the right decision of turning, or like you made a good turn, but we gotta work on that, because if you don't turn this sharp, such and such could happen.
Right.
So there's always a good factor to it, and you did good, but there's always something we could work on. And I feel like a lot of people are open to improvement, but they just don't want to feel like they're not doing their job at all, or they're not doing a great job.
Do you think that's deeper than just driving, because they just started driving, so they can't expect to be great? But you think it's possible that it came from just other moments when they felt condemned for making a mistake?
That and pressure too.
Okay. I know to the father that asked me how do I stay, I guess, calm, or lack of better words, or poised while you're driving. For me, to that father, I have to practice what I teach. One of my favorite scriptures is that he that rules his spirit is mightier than one that can capture a city. And so I practice just staying calm and staying in the moment and not worrying about what he's going to do at this turn, or is he going to stop in time. I try to stay right in the moment, and it's good work for me as well, especially during rush hour and the first time that he drove. Keep an eye on people like that.
Right.
Yeah, he shouldn't even be past the sidewalk. But so to the dad that asked me that, that's how I work on that. And then, always allow room for mistakes. They're going to make mistakes, like Jay just said. And so we can't expect perfection with a new driver. Just always be there. Try your best to stay calm and talk them through, where they're driving, talk them through the way they're driving. If they were about to make a mistake and then didn't, applaud that, but then, talk to them about what could have happened if they would have made that turn or wouldn't have stopped. And you can go, you got it. Yeah, but the last thing you want to do is like, hold on, all right, you gotta make sure, all right, this car coming right over here now, you gotta be careful. That stress you?
I was stressed right there. I thought it is wrong.
Yeah, so just wanted to film this real quick. Best way to answer that father's question is to show him, but I just try to stay in the moment, and that keeps anxiety at a minimum, and try to be to him what I wish I would have had. My father, as I shared in the post where you asked the question, my father cursed me out when I put the car in park before the car had come to a complete stop, and I didn't know. So that made me not want to drive with him. But that generation of men, they had one or two gears as far as their ability to be able to express emotions. And so it was strictly a provider and protector for my dad, and he did the best that he could, but I believe that the next generation should be better, just like when you go buy a new car, you don't expect the newer version of the car to be the same as the one that you have. So I believe that's the same as in fatherhood. All right, shalom, have a good day. Excellent.